Scott Disick expresses that he is prepared to marry Kourtney Kardashian. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. Scott Disick has made it very clear that his heart is still with Kourtney Kardashian, and he is even ready to marry her if she says yes. The news has surprised many people because, even though their relationship ended years ago, the connection between them has always remained strong, mainly because of their long history together and the 3 children they share. In a preview clip from an episode of the famous reality series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Scott, who was 37 at the time, openly confessed his feelings. When Kim Kardashian asked him about the chances of getting back together with Kourtney, he didn't hesitate. He said, "Wherever Kourt stands, I stand with her forever. I love you, and I'm ready to marry you, right now." His words showed not only his love but also his readiness to take their relationship to the next level after so many years of ups and downs. He added that Kourtney knows they will eventually marry and live a good life together. Hearing Scott speak with such honesty even made Kris Jenner, the mother of the Kardashian sisters, react with a mixture of humor and encouragement. She told him to go ahead and propose, adding that it would make Kourtney feel good, especially considering the fact that she and Scott share 3 children together: Mason, who was 11 years old at the time, Penelope, who was 8, and their youngest son Rain, who was 6. Kourtney herself did not completely close the door on Scott, but she also didn't give him a clear yes. Instead, she explained that she wanted him to keep working on himself before they could think about a future together. This answer gave hope to some fans but also reminded everyone that the problems that broke them apart in the past were still very real. However, as exciting as Scott's declaration of love might have sounded, fans of the show knew better than to assume a quick reunion. At that same period, Scott was dating Amelia Hamlin, while Kourtney was already in a growing relationship with Travis Barker, the drummer of Blink-182. Both Scott and Kourtney had posted pictures with their new partners, making their relationships public and official. Amelia had even been spotted spending time with Scott's children, which showed that he was trying to create a balance between his love life and his responsibilities as a father. To understand why Scott's words stirred such a big reaction, one needs to look back at their long and complicated story. Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian first met in 2006 at a party in Mexico. The event was hosted by their mutual friend Joe Francis, and while it seemed like just another party, it turned out to be the beginning of one of the most talked about relationships in pop culture. At first, Kourtney admitted she didn't find Scott attractive. In fact, she said she thought he was annoying. But that feeling didn't last very long. The two eventually clicked, and what followed was nearly a decade of love, fights, breakups, reconciliations, and the start of a family. Their relationship became even more public when Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered in 2007. In the very first episode, Kourtney introduced Scott as her boyfriend. She explained that they had been friends for a year before dating, and from that point on, their romance became a central storyline in the show. Fans witnessed every twist and turn, including proposals, fights, and the births of their 3 children. Not long after their romance was shown on screen, Scott asked Kourtney to marry him while they were partying in Las Vegas. For a moment, it seemed like it was going to happen. Kourtney even visited the Little White Chapel with her sisters and her mom to check out the idea of a quick Vegas wedding. But after some thought, the two agreed that it was too rushed and decided not to go through with it. Their love story was far from simple. On the second season of the show, Kourtney discovered suspicious text messages on Scott's phone and accused him of being unfaithful. The discovery led to their first major breakup. But their separation didn't last forever. A few years later, in 2009, they were seen together again in Miami. That same year, Kourtney became pregnant with their first child, Mason. The birth of Mason was a turning point not just for Kourtney and Scott but also for the Kardashian family as a whole. Mason was the first grandchild in the family, and his arrival in December 2009 was a big moment captured on the show. Fans will always remember how Kourtney, with complete calmness, helped deliver her baby during labor, a moment that became one of the most talked about scenes in the series. Even though becoming parents brought them closer, Scott's struggles with drinking and reckless behavior created more challenges. Kourtney broke up with him again after a night in Miami when he lost control and punched a mirror. His problems with substance abuse were one of the main reasons their relationship often fell apart, even though it was clear they cared deeply for each other. Despite all the troubles, they kept finding their way back to each other. They eventually had 2 more children, Penelope in 2012 and Rain in 2014. Each new addition to their family gave fans hope that Kourtney and Scott would finally settle down for good. But by 2015, after nearly 10 years together, they split for the last time. This breakup seemed final, especially because both of them started seeing other people. Scott's most notable relationship after Kourtney was with Sofia Richie, whom he dated on and off between 2017 and 2020. During that time, many fans thought Scott was trying to find stability in his love life, but his connection to Kourtney was always visible, especially because of their kids. Kourtney, meanwhile, shocked the world when she started dating Travis Barker. Their romance grew quickly, and by May 2022, they were married in a glamorous wedding in Italy. Kourtney and Travis's love story became its own headline, filled with grand gestures, red carpet appearances, and blended family moments. Still, Scott never really hid the fact that he loved Kourtney. Over the years, he has repeatedly confessed that she is the one person he would always have feelings for, even if she moved on. His love for her became even clearer in the episode where he said he was ready to marry her immediately if she agreed. The dynamic between Scott and Kourtney has always been fascinating because it combines love, friendship, family, and heartbreak in one long story. Even though their romantic relationship ended years ago, they managed to maintain a strong bond for the sake of their children. Co-parenting has kept them connected, and sometimes that closeness has made fans wonder if they could ever reunite. The timing of Scott's recent confession may not change anything, given that Kourtney is happily married to Travis Barker, but it does show that his feelings for her have never gone away. In some ways, it almost feels like Scott has been living in 2 worlds, one where he tries to move forward with his own life and relationships, and another where his love for Kourtney never completely dies. Their journey from a party in Mexico in 2006 to becoming parents of 3 children, to breaking up and moving on with other partners, is one of the most complex celebrity love stories of modern times. It has been filled with passion, pain, and countless dramatic moments that millions of viewers followed through the Kardashian reality shows. Whether or not Scott and Kourtney ever find their way back together in the future is impossible to know. But one thing is clear. Scott has never stopped loving her, and he is still willing to commit to her fully, even if she chooses not to accept his offer. That truth alone is what keeps fans interested in their story, making it one of the most unforgettable parts of reality television. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.